Hello, fellow commanders. This is Titus Valspar. We're back again this week for another look at a unit available for our use. You'll probably notice right off the bat that my tarmacs are sporting a troop that I haven't featured in past videos, which is the attack drone. So the attack drones, I have kind of mixed feelings about them, and I'll go ahead and explain why here as we typically do. So we'll go ahead and jump over into the research facility again, take a look at these drones a little more closely. So I currently have mine at level 5, which again, as I kind of covered with some of the past videos, I don't feel like unlocks the full potential of these troops. They move around the battlefield very quickly, which results in quick and easy victories, but there are a couple of other things that I would like to point out. So they don't deal an incredible amount of damage, about the same type of firepower as we saw coming out of the strikers. We also see that they do not have very much health. Their hit points are very low, meaning that they can be taken out very easily by anything that specifically targets them, be it sentry guns or Patriot missiles or even commandos. The commandos that guard the bases will target them and take them out quite easily. Another thing that I don't really like is that they're relatively expensive, especially as they get on to higher and higher levels. They don't take up very much space on the tarmac, only 2 populations, so with my tarmacs being able to host 12 units, I can have 6 attack drones per tarmac, which allows me to take in a substantial number into battle. So what I'll actually do for this battle that we'll conduct is I'm going to assign out my strike force and use them that way to boost their effectiveness in a battle. And we're also going to look at a retaliation battle instead of a live action battle from a quick match or something off the globe. So I'll put you on pause here for a moment as I assign out my strike forces to not waste your time. So as you can see, I've got my strike force now assigned out, so we'll jump in and look at these units really quickly. So they do have a little bit of boosted. They do have a little bit of some boosted damage, as well as some boosted hit points, which comes standard as using strike force with the tarmacs. So this should help a little bit out on the battlefield. So we'll go ahead and jump over here into. I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention to this in the past, but we'll jump over here into my battle log over there, which will show me people who've attacked my base. Something that's happened with the recent update, I'm not entirely sure why, but it shows that all of the opponents that have attacked my base are at the same level, which I know isn't true because I've taken a little bit of a look at them. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into whoever this person is first on the list. Again, I don't speak Russian or whatever language that's in, so I don't know who he is, don't know what alliance he's from, but we're going to go ahead and see if we can retake some of the things that he captured from me when he attacked me a couple of hours ago. So we'll hit retaliate and see what happens. So we'll notice over here in this corner, my pallet's in the way there, I'll erase it in a minute, he's at a level 15 HQ. Now, we can't see much because he's got a stealth generator up on his base. I would like to guess, and I could be 100% entirely wrong, but I'd like to guess that it's somewhere in this area. If it's not, that's the thing that I really don't like about the stealth generators, is you can't tell where everything's hidden. The reason I say that is just based off of placement. I would think that this lone guard tower isn't just sitting out by itself, and you can also see some mines that he has placed around here, as well as a tombstone there, so we know that there's something going on within that area. So I'm going to take a wild stab in the dark right off the bat and drop down my EMP. If it uncovers stuff, great. If not, well, this is going to be a little bit of an embarrassment for me, but you win some, you lose some, and we all learn together, right? So let's go ahead and take a crack at it. So one thing that you will notice initially right off the bat is that the deployment zone is blue because these are all air troops and not ground troops. So I'll go ahead and use my EMP, and looks like I spotted exactly where his stealth generator was. And I destroyed it. It doesn't look like he has any Patriot missiles out here. So, and his dome defense is currently incapacitated. So we'll take out these and drop in my drones, and they'll do the rest. So you'll see that they move around quickly, kind of dealing a lot of damage as they go out in swarms. So if used correctly, they can take things out really quickly. I'm not going to run the risk of showing another battle because I don't want to lose all that oil. Because I got enough oil back on that attack to retrain 4 troops. So if I even lose 5 or 6, that's when I start digging myself into a pretty big hole. So they're not my favorite or preferred troop on the battlefield. Some people find them effective, and I'm not against their use. I've seen them been used very successfully in other attacks. So if you feel so inclined to continue to leveling them up, and if it's worth your time and resources, feel free to do so. Me personally, I will tend to steer clear of them. So that's my brief overview of the attack drones. Again, you got to be kind of cautious with them, mainly due to these structures over here, the Patriot missiles. I mean, I'll show you real quick. My Patriot at a level 3 deals 180 damage per second, which means it'll take out all of those attack drones very, very quickly just due to their low health. The battle can be over in a matter of 30 seconds, and they won't be able to counter the high hit points of the Patriot in order to carry out the attack effectively. So, again, my quick thoughts on the attack drones. Hope that you enjoyed it. We'll go ahead and take a look at the Tomahawks next week. That'll be a little bit of a better focus for me, as I find the Tomahawks quite effective on multiple different levels. So I've got a couple of other things to take care of, and I'm sure you do as well. So I'll go ahead and let you go, get back out there on the battlefield, and show everybody who's boss. Once again, this is Titus Valspar, signing off. Have a great day.